All right, right now I'm gonna show you the chest supported partial range of motion shoulder lateral raises. I know that's a super long title of an exercise, and you can just call it partial range lateral raises if you want. You can do them standing too. I like chest supported because I don't have to think about my low back, my core, my torso, anything at all. All I have to focus on is my delts, and that's the target muscle of this. The deltoids as a muscle generally grow pretty well, and this is shown in muscle fiber studies, but also just experience of a lot of strength coaches, with a lot of time under tension based movements, meaning the overhead press going really heavy on it. That's great for strength development. It is good for building bigger shoulders, but the truth is if you want big or well-defined shoulders, muscular shoulders, you're gonna get those more better. You're gonna get those a lot easier if you focus on range of motion style stuff, time under tension style stuff, high rep, metabolite training stuff. So we're going 20, 25 reps. On this one, I tend to stay around that 20 rep range, and I'm never at any point going all the way down or all the way up. I actually stay in the partial range of motion. So tension is non-stop on this, and I can actually use a little bit of a swinging motion. And it's funny, when I do this exercise, I actually think it looks somewhat pathetic because you're not doing much, but the burn in your shoulders is pretty crazy, and that's our target here. So on this one, I don't want to shrug my shoulders and create a posterior or a trap-based fly. I want to get, this is my end range, and this is my highest range. And I'm staying in there. You're literally just doing this pumping movement, and I actually want to think about bringing the dumbbell away from my midline. If you try to think about bringing it backwards towards the ceiling, I'm going to shrug too much. So bringing it away from the midline actually creates more focus on your deltoid. So again, keeping this small range of motion, never letting it go all the way to the resting position. And I'm going to stay in that 15 to 25 rep range. These are 10-pound dumbbells, and I'm already getting a crazy burn. So I'm not gonna do a full set of these. But again, my goal is to never relax and never peak that contraction, because that's typically where I get into retraction. That's typically where my traps are gonna activate, and I wanna avoid that. So I wanna stay in this partial range of motion, and I'm just kind of doing that pumping movement. This is the chest supported partial range of motion lateral raise.